your series, while it tackles serious issues, there's a lot of joy in it, man. There's a lot of joy in it. So for folks who don't know the journey of this series, tell folks about it, Mo.
Well, it's about a Palestinian, he's tracking a Palestinian family, particularly Mo, dealing with the asylee immigration process. He's been in limbo essentially for the last 20 years, waiting to be granted his asylum. And, in the midst of all that, he's navigating, trying to be a regular dude, a relationship, his friends, try not to feel like a loser because he doesn't have the same opportunities as other people do. So it's a lot to tackle and grapple with, especially with the backdrop of what's happening today. Certainly,
Hmm. And it's based on your story, right? It's based on where you're from, your family, your story, right?
it is. Yeah, it is. It's loosely based upon my direct life. Correct.
So talk a little bit. I mean, I'm
Sounds like
born in.
ice is
I
coming
was.
for me right now. I apologize. I don't know why.
Oh my
We're in
God,
New York
brother!
City. I got to wrap up, bro. It's nice talking to you, Clay. Stuff. No. Yeah.
Right, you're a comedian. You have your Netflix series. Um, how do you feel as somebody who's in the arts? This whole language around diversity and DEI, and when there's a plane crash that's being blamed on diversity or a bridge collapse or whatever. I mean, do you have any concerns being in the arts, or do you feel like the arts and comedy is going to be protected from that kind of foolishness? What are your thoughts of what you've been hearing the past couple of weeks?
I think all this is just for show. You know, it's a big ruse. It's a way to anger people and create division among people. And if it works, it'll be extremely destructive. If we see that, we understand that this is a ploy to get everyone angry and riled up while they're quite literally robbing the treasury. You know what I mean? That's what I feel like is happening. I feel like it's always about creating more division among the people so they can continue to achieve their political aim, you know? So that's the way I feel about it as a whole. And it's almost too soon to speak about it because you don't know how things are truly unfolding yet. I mean, my God, he just got in there like 2 weeks ago and it's already just
A mess.
a mess. But I think that's part of the strategy, right? Part of the strategy is to make it look like a big giant mess. But in reality, it's this heist. It's a heist, man. Get in on the heist or get left behind. That's what it feels like. I don't
Right.
really I don't really know as a whole, but I do it does feel that way, and it doesn't feel like it's something new. It feels like we have seen this movie before. And it's just packaged differently, right? Everything is just packaged differently. So some politicians will say certain things to appease the public, but then they're doing something different behind closed doors. And then, you have someone who's like, no, I'm gonna tell you exactly how it is. This is what I'm doing. And I like the chaos and it's part of the strategy. So yeah, I don't know.
Did you hear this dude say that they were asking about Gaza? Was it last week? And he said, "Oh, it's by the water. It's by the sea. We could do a lot of great things with it."
Are you trying to give me acid
I'm
reflux right now? Like you trying to give me what are you trying to do, bro? You trying to give me that? You want me to take some Pepto Bismol right now?
Lord have mercy.
I'm like
Prilosec.
creating ulcers right now. Yeah, it's the most fucking diabolical shit that you could say. Like, people that have had like the equivalent of three atomic bombs dropped on them in the past, 16 months. It was a nice piece of land. I mean, this is heartless, bro. People are not even thinking like it's so wild to say that. It's not even wild as the understatement. It's,
Right.
I don't even know. I don't even know how to describe such heartlessness. Like I don't even yeah, I don't have that in my soul, so I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
You know, I try to live my life as compassionate and put myself in other people's shoes, especially with my own life experiences. It's dark. It's a fucking dark thing to say.
Yeah.
It's so dark.
That's
Yeah.
that's who the people elected. And it's not surprising because his son-in-law said something similar a while back. So That's who the people.
Well, they elected that because it was a counter reaction to the other bozo. Like, let's not like get him off the hook too. Like, everybody sucks. They all suck. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not like a Democrat or Republican. I'm with the people, and both of them are screwing over the people. Like it is. It's true. One is more extreme. Maybe you could say that than the other, but they're all making deals. They're all like everybody's making
I think
deals.
Kamala Harris would have been different,
Everybody's
though.
making money.
I think she would have been different. You don't think she would have been
Okay.
different?
I don't
You don't
know. I
think so?
really don't know. I just think that
I don't think she
based
would have said that
on
shit.
no, but I'm saying, like I said earlier, people also say different stuff in the public and then they do something else behind closed doors, Also, I'm not judging, I don't know what she would have done because she's not in office, but I do know what she's, the last 4 years, and people are very upset about the fact that they didn't do anything about the situation in Gaza as well, like, or anywhere in the world. Like, nothing really dramatically shifted, right? And people have a lot of distrust over that situation, I think, in particular. But then nobody really saw some massive like difference and we had to that. And like you notice, like even during the Jimmy Carter's funeral, like Obama and Trump are sitting there chilling, talking to one another. Was it a pleasant
No,
conversation?
I can't. He was at a funeral. Oh, we feel different on that. We feel different on
I'm
that. He was
saying
at a
like
funeral.
they're all presidents, they're in the club.
Mm-hmm. But you don't think there's a distinct difference between some like I think a mistake that we made is
Let me
we
tell you
made is
something
thinking
regarding the immigration process itself. Okay. Just using
right.
immigration as a thing. My immigration attorney, okay, who of over plus 40 plus years he's a white dude, okay, immigration experience over 40 plus years. He consulted on our show and we spoke about like the immigration problem policies and things like that. And so we could write to it. And he said that when Obama was in office, he said he voted for Obama. He just loves Obama. And he was so he felt like his heart broken as somebody who's in, again,
Deportation president. Yeah.
forget about the deportation. I'm talking about something else. He had the Democrats had the Senate, had Congress. They could have passed some really meaningful immigration reform. They had it for like 8 months, I think it was, something like that. They could have pushed through real change within immigration itself. They didn't. They didn't care. Didn't put it on the agenda. They didn't give a damn. But what they say out loud that they want to do and their actions are behind closed doors or something else. That's what I'm saying. It's like my commitment will always be with the people. Yeah, think of the people. I'm not going to trust politicians that have shown themselves to be duplicitous in all their actions. Like, I don't know which one is worse, which one is better. They all suck.
Yeah. I hear
They
what you're
all
saying.
suck,
I
bro.
see it
They all
differently.
suck. They're
I,
all
I,
getting rich. They're all selling stocks. They're all buying stuff. What do you want more? I know it doesn't feel good to hear that, but I'm telling you, this is like the reality of it.
I see it as somebody who's been raised in Philly. I've really seen the horror of Republican administration. But I think for me, where I do agree with you on is that we have old guard Democrats that need to be voted the fuck out.
Yeah.
So even when Obama had that majority, there were still old guard Democrats who were trash. And so
Sure.
part of the issue is we got to vote them out and put in people who want to do good shit. Maxwell Frost wants to do good shit. Jamal Bowman wanted to do good shit, got his ass kicked out. AOC wants to do good shit. And so for me, it's a matter of showing up and taking over, and like they do on the Republican side.
Well, you're
But
forgetting a
it's
big,
hard
big
because
issue
there's
here. You're forgetting a big, big issue here. The
mm.
Citizens United law. The fact
Oh,
that
absolutely.
corporations have the same
Take
rights
over.
as you and I,
Yep.
billion and trillion dollar companies can have the same rights as you and I
Absolutely.
is a wild thing. So you can have all the great intentions of the world. You can't compete with a multi-trillion dollar company or companies that are worth hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars. How the hell are you going to compete with that? So
Makes
it's
it tough,
tough.
yeah.
You can have all the intentions in the world. That's why I keep narrowing my focus. What's important is the people. I love the people. I'm going to stand up for the people. people who love and really want to make change, whether you're Republican or Democrat. This whole idea of like, I support Republican, this is what they've done, this is what you've done. This is the exact mechanism that keeps dividing us over and over again. So if you need to, I believe this, people, the community, the world, America needs to step out of this. Which side are you on bullshit and realize that we're all being fucked, whether you're blue
I,
or you're
I,
red.
I hear you, brother, but we're particularly being fucked by one party that does not want you or I to exist. I mean,
See,
me
this is the
as a
thing.
black man,
You and
as
I agree, but we're still disagreeing
yeah,
on this shit because you're like bluer, but you Bloods are
no,
Crips.
it's not that, Mo. It's that there is a danger in
I'm Kendrick
talking
Lamar,
about.
bro. I'm bringing them together. Okay, Bloods and Crips dancing
There
in the
was the
streets
issue with
together. This is
thinking
their
that
nightmare. This is what I'm about. I'm not on that Kendrick shit, bro. You want some other shit, bro. This interview is over. I can't take it anymore. No, I'm just messing
no,
around.
I'm just saying that, one of the mistakes just thinking that all things are the same. There was a distinct difference, and we see what happened with the other side. So I look at it differently. Like I know people who have already lost their jobs, and that wouldn't have happened under a different administration. But I want us to show up as people, as a community, to hold folks accountable.
But
But
there's a
I mean, I've seen
rollover
the
too from
hell.
the previous administration. Nothing really changed in the last two. Nothing substantial is like completely shifted in such a dramatic way in the last 2 weeks. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. Like they both suck. You can't agree that they
You
both
don't think
suck.
folks being fired from their jobs, federal jobs, losing their jobs? I know nonprofits that have
Yeah,
already
that's
shut down.
horrible. Horrible. All this stuff is horrible, of
That
course.
wouldn't have happened before. With that didn't happen. I mean, I
Yeah,
mean, Biden gave
I agree with you.
tons
It
of
sucks.
money to say it
I
again.
agree with you. It sucks. It all sucks. My point is that it all sucks. You're saying one sucks less, the other one sucks more. I'm saying they all suck.
Yeah, I think we have to know the distinctions. Putting it all in one category, I
Sure.
mean, that
I
was
feel you. I
we got to
understand.
be able to see distinctions,
No, I know. Look, I
especially as black
understand.
and brown people.
No, I understand. Like, there's you can at least have a voice within one particular, candidate versus the other one where you have no voice. I totally agree with that. That's true. It's important to be able to have it in, and it feels like with this administration, you're saying is that there's no way in. Like you can't.
He's not leaving office.
Yeah,
He
he's
don't
not.
respect. I
Yeah.
mean, he don't. He's done. He wants to stay in forever. That's crazy as hell to me.
Well,
As crazy as
the
our
good
politics.
news is we're all gonna die. That's the good news. The good news is that we're all gonna die, and this is all temporary. And and this is the good news. Like, don't worry. Like, this will all be over soon. I can't believe the last 25 years of my life went by so fast to get a television show, but it has. It's all in the blink of an eye. This is the good news. Let's all celebrate. We won't have to deal with this too much longer. Hopefully God gives, even if you live to be 100 years, it's going to go by so fast. Don't worry, guys. This is going to be
Well,
all okay. Because in the end, this
the
life
good
is
news is that
temporary and none of this shit matters. You can accumulate all the billions. This is a message to all the trillionaires and billionaires in the world. The good news is that you're going to die. That's going to be like natural cause. I'm saying like natural, just like deportation of this earth. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Enjoy your billions and your yachts. Okay, and all the hooish shit you do on the streets. Okay, enjoy that because it's all temporary. Congratulations.